Well, can they hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, could they hear when I said the N-word? Okay. Can I say it again? No. Nah, this one time, I was on a phone call with, I was just doing a business call, and then I was just like talking to the person, like I was like blah blah blah, and I was like, yeah, nigga. And then this white dude in the room, he just checked me for it. He's like, I really don't like that word. Like, you shouldn't be saying it like that.
Man.
And I was like,
damn, you got checked?
yeah, and I was like I had to step back for a second. I was like, hold up. Like, what? I was like, hey, don't tell me how to run my business. I can do whatever I want. And then he had a talk with me, but my boy checked him after that.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Sean Dream Show 004. I got some more special guests, obviously. When this guy right here is probably the most hardworking guy I know. This fool's always in another city. You know what I mean? He's done videos for Retrospectro, Cali on Fox, Meech on Mars. I mean, you name any big influencer, this fool has been with. He knows them personally. You can text him right now. Let's give a warm welcome to iMinikon.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, you like one of the hardest working people I know. No, for real, no.
What?
So it's like,
Shut up.
You gotta
Shut up. Take it.
can we give the dog a round of applause too?
Oh yeah. What's the dog's name?
Pudgy.
Pudgy. Shout out to Pudgy, man.
He gonna be chilling with us, and then I got also another young and up and comer. You dig? You know, he's the youth. He's the leader of the new school. You know, as far as videography goes, he's all on it. You may have seen him at the Just Blank shows. You know what I mean, with Blue the Misfit. Mm-hmm. Let's give a round of applause to Craig Cody.
Bless, man.
Welcome, guys.
It's great to be
Glad
here.
to be here.
Yeah, man. So how does it feel? I mean, you got almost 50,000 on Instagram.
Ooh, I hit 50 last night.
What?
Yeah.
Is that quick, bro? Last time I checked, it was like 42,000.
And now I just checked. It's going on 52.
Damn.
I already skipped 50.
Every time, man. Every time I see it, it's rolling.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's nonstop.
How does that feel like to know that finally? Because I know I go back with this guy. Like,
yeah, we went to we went to middle school. Yeah.
So like I seen the progress from day one. You know, just figuring out how to use Premiere Pro to now you doing stuff I don't even know how that. You know, how does that feel to finally get people to like really respect, you know, your work? Yeah.
That shit, it honestly, it feels amazing. Like, it's like the feeling, I mean, I feel like it's cliche to say, but it's like you kind of already knew, like, which, basically, like, you know what you're worth. Like, you know your worth. So it's like the feeling's not new. Like, being here is like, okay, I've already envisioned this in my head, 100. Yeah. Like, because it's like, like, even social media-wise, it's 50K. I've already saw it. I'm looking at 100, and then I'm going to see 1 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've already seen the shit, and I've already, like, dreamed the feeling. So it's like, it's nothing new. But it's like, at the same time, it's so, like, great to actually like be living this shit, you know.
It's like reaffirming that you were right the whole time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because you'll tell yourself stories, and at that moment, like it might not look that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
And then now it's starting to, you know, you start seeing your flower blossom. Now, you know, watered it for so long. It's like, finally, you know, people rock with me.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't crazy.
Yeah, exactly. like
yeah.
It's crazy because, like, as an artist and with any field, like, you almost go crazy because you heard no so many times, or some things just didn't fall through, or maybe people didn't rock with it like how you rocked with it, your art, and it doesn't get the reception that you wanted, and you're like, man, like, y'all don't hear what y'all don't see what I see. Like,
this is cold. What
right.
Yeah, what's going on?
Ain't nobody fucking with this.
And that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling when you see that confirmation of like what I'm doing is like correct, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people get that opportunity to see that day of light. And it's crazy when you feel that, and it's like it empowers you, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, you know, all the no's and all the failures and the mistakes, like you forget about it instantly.
That ain't shit. Now you got to hit them people up that told you no, just to hear, just to deny them, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's crazy because whenever you meet these people, you know, or you not meet them, but you see them again after you know the tables have turned.
They dick
crazy.
sucking. It's serious. They dick sucking.
How like you know they they treat you differently.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that? Because I'm sure that happens to you quite often.
Honestly, I don't know if it's just me being. I hate to just say a nice person because I'm a nice person. I say that too much. That means I'm an asshole. Yeah. But I just feel like when I be seeing people that like didn't believe in me, basically, I don't act any like in the back of my mind. I'd be like, yeah, nigga, like I told your punk ass. But I want to bring people like close to see like this is really what's going on, and like like I really made this shit happen. Because I mean, you can watch it from a distance and like feel some type of way, but it's like I'm not gonna be the person to just be like fuck off, fuck you. Like I'm gonna be like I'll show you, I'm doing this, but it's like I ain't gonna help you out. Like I'm sorry, like it's that simple. You ain't helped me when I needed it. I'm gonna see you at the top though, and we can dap up. We can,
but you gotta get it on your own?
Exactly.
Yeah,
fuck off. Yeah, it's that simple.
So you wouldn't like say somebody was trying to get put on, you wouldn't. Like if they doubted you at first, you'd be like,
unless if you gotta be, I don't know, you gotta just have that thing that it's like I rock with you. Because there's certain people that it's like I understand their mindset of like, yeah, I really wasn't there yet. Like I wasn't seeing, like I didn't have the formula yet.
Right.
So it's like if it was like off of that, yeah. But if it's off the strength of you just hating, oh nah, like I'll rub it in your face.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn. So. Okay, let's just break it down. So what happened that you were like, I want to be a videographer. I want to be an influencer. I want to be, a multi-talented individual. What changed in your life? Like, what was that spark?
I would say it all happened natural because it was from, we I think you used to go with us too. We started going to the movies in 9th grade. I think it was one summer we would go every single Friday. We go to the movies. Just all
the rave?
Yeah, with meet up with a little tings, some females, every week. And then I remember that like one day we came home and we had seen these girls had made a video, and me and my boy Trevor, like he was like, yo, we got to make a response video to this. So I was like, all right, cool. So we got in front of the webcam, recorded a video, and he looked at me and he's like, so who's finna edit this? And I was like, I ain't about to edit. I don't know how to edit. I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, well, I'm not about to do it. Yeah. And like he just left the room and like left me there, and I was just like, fuck it, I gotta figure this shit out. And I just like sat in a room and did that shit. And then fast forward to like graduating to go to college, I played football. And everybody was like, okay, you got to do something in school. You got to have a backup plan. I didn't believe in backup plans, but I was like, whatever, I got to have something I major in. And this dude, Greg Morrow, he had told me, I'll never forget this. He was like, yo, he's like, because I was making videos for the football team. And he was like, hey, people make like good money from making videos and like being a videographer. I can put you on with some sports people. Damn. I was like, for real? And I did my research, and it was like people making 6 figures from it. So that's what I got my degree in. And when I left football, like that's all I had left in me, because I played football all my life, and that was my plan to make it to the NFL. That'd be my ticket. When that was done, it was like, well, shit, all I got is this video talent now. And then it's like, boom. I kept on doing that, and then that transitioned into meeting a few content creators and influencers and the popular kids on the internet, to where it's like they're the ones that influenced me to step in front of the camera, because they're like, you got a personality, you might as well do it too.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I was like, Cody, I ain't show my face at all. You don't need to know about me. I'm cold enough behind the scenes.
I remember you had a logo, and that was like the only thing people knew you as.
Yeah. And then it's like, you don't need to see my face. And then now it's funny because it's flipped. People don't really know that I'm the behind the scenes guy. It's like all they know is my face. Yeah.
Damn, man, that's so crazy. Like, you start off with, you think you're going down this path. Football doesn't work out. All you got is video, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna go with this path. Then throughout the process of you meeting people to do videos for, they tell you, hey man, you got a personality. You need to get in front of the camera. Now you in front of the camera. Like, so how does that transition work for you? Like, is it kind of like pretty easy because you already know a lot of these influencers and they can give you tips and stuff like that? I
mean, honestly, that wasn't even the last step.
Oh, you got another?
So after I stepped in, or after I like started doing the in front of the camera thing, and that's when I met my boy at Atlantic Records, Jordan Chalmers, and he was like, hey, he's like, you should be doing the back end thing behind social media too. And it's like, and I met iMinikon, and it's like, yo, there's these accounts like you can be running, blah blah blah. And it's like, if you link us with influencers, that's how you can get paid from Atlantic Records. And now I got my Atlantic Records job, you know. So it's like
that finesse, boy.
So it's basically it's just like levels like of all this, and then it all comes together because it all like they all feed off of each other. I shoot the video, and then I'll be in it. Then I edit the video, and then I distribute the video. Yeah. So it's like
you get it in other people's hands.
Yeah, playing every role. Yeah. Helps.
So with that, yeah, like knowing basically, everything, to answer your question, everything is on connections with me. Like literally my relationships is my biggest investment. Bro. So,
I feel like that's essential though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy essential. And that's how I like do everything, this phone call and relationship, and that's what I'm doing. Every day I'm on the phone. Yeah. Figuring out how people are doing, blah blah blah, what business we doing, shit like that.
It is like me and Raheem were in the car driving here, and we were talking about that. And when we were talking about the South by Southwest trip y'all took recently for the Lyrical Lemonade and all that stuff, and all the people y'all met, and I was like, man, like Malcolm has that gift to where you could just network with anybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? You could sit there and talk with anybody. Like that's a gift that not many people have. Cause me, I'm not that talker. I can't just be a entertaining person. Yeah. Just on command though. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Right.
With you, it's like, I don't care who it is. If I need to talk to this person, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out what route and how, how it goes. Mm-hmm. So bringing it all together, how did it start with you networking? Like, who was the person that really plugged you in? Because I know did you start off with, was it Retro Spectro? Was that the one that really got you plugged in, or what happened with that?
No. Well, Niles is funny because can I be called Minikon instead of Malcolm? Oh, my God. Hey, go way back. Yeah. But Niles Retro Spectro, he's the dude that he was the first content creator that I shot a music video for, and that's my first million actually from a video, like from a music video or anything. So I always kept that relationship. It's weird. Like the Lean Squad relationship has always been separate from the other creators, because Lean Squad has never really they don't fuse with other people like a lot. Like they do their own thing over here. So it's like, who got me in the door? I feel like probably Victor Pope Jr. Okay. I wouldn't give all the credit to him, but it was like Sir Abiola. But it's like we went on this LA trip, their first time ever going to LA, and I was like, and Vic needed a videographer, so he hit me up, and Ben introduced us to Sir Abiola, and then like we went on that LA trip, and that's when Meech, Low, Dope Island, Caleb City, and everybody was there, and they just came to our Airbnb and crashed and never fucking left. And like all these kids had traveled from all over the U.S. This is their first time in LA. And like we all experienced that together. So it's like our bond was like this, and we like till this day, those are my niggas. We just like, we have a video right now that's like going up, like this that Kodak challenge.
I seen that video.
The waiting challenge.
That's kind of fun. That's
pull that up, Umair, please. Yeah, I mean, it's just wild because I remember like going to beat battles and seeing Vic, and he was really big in that beat battle scene.
Oh
rapping.
Shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no, he was really big, and especially in Arlington.
Yep. And Southside.
Yeah, and on top of that, then he started being really big on Twitter. You know what I mean? Yeah. Going viral on there. Next thing you know, this fool's in LA. It's like, and it just works out if you just keep going down that path. Like, you just keep on following the route that you were supposed to go. Like, you're gonna meet the people that you need to meet. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like you never pay any attention to me. I'm really getting tired of it.
I look, baby, I do. You're not even understanding.
I literally just took a pregnancy test yesterday.
Yeah, you pregnant? Like y'all was doing a video.
I'm the only one on my page. Find the long version on my page. Damn. So it's
I feel like you
all
never
them,
pay
they're
any
like,
attention to me.
They're all like, nah, we gotta keep it short. We gotta keep it short. I was like, fuck it, nigga, I'm gonna upload the full thing.
Damn, that's wild. So what was the first thing that really was like, all right, yeah, I'm getting now people know me. Like, iMinikon is a thing now. Like, people fuck with me heavy. When was that? You still haven't felt that?
No, I mean, I do. I don't know what the first thing was.
Okay, so there was a story that Raheem told me that he was on Xbox Live one day.
Oh.
And he was just playing Friday the 13th game whenever that was hot.
Yeah.
And some dude he was like adding a gamer tag or something, and some dude had the iMinikon
logo,
like your face.
Or yeah, my face from a video. He screenshotted it.
Yeah.
And that shit is funny because I don't know if it was the same dude, but I was in Florida. I was in Miami, I think. I don't know. I was somewhere, and this dude came up to me in the crowd. I think we were at Rolling Loud, and this dude came up. He was like, kind of like moved me out the way in the crowd, and I like looked at him. And I was about to fuck this nigga up, bro. Yeah. And he was like, wait. He's like, yo, you're my gamer tag picture. And I was like, bro, it's funny because I literally like gotten in a fight like probably like 2 hours before that. So I was like, bro, this is not my day. So then like and I like look at him, and then he's just like, yo, he's like, you're the picture of my gamer tag. He's like, do the face. And I was
hell
like,
nah.
And like, bro, instantly, like, bro, and I was just like, he's like, yo, I've been following you on Snapchat forever, blah, blah, because Snapchat is where I like, actually, Niles, okay, Retro Spectro took over my Snapchat one time, and that's what like put me on in the Snapchat world. I was getting like 10,000 watches, like, what? And that was like I had no followers on everything else, but on Snapchat I was lit, and I was in that bitch every day. Yeah. And then so he was like, yeah, I was watching you from Snapchat, blah blah, and then that was funny as hell. But if I would say the video that like everybody like loved, and I felt like, nigga, I really like can do whatever I want and people will fuck with it.
It was a dance challenge, right?
No, that was the first time we went viral, but that wasn't for me. Like, niggas didn't know me for that. But the Boys in the Hood video where I did the shooting, the shot, the heart, my Valentine's Day video.
Oh yeah.
That bitch was
a great one.
Like, that feeling was amazing because I did it all in like 12 hours. I shot the video, edited it, and got it up right before Valentine's Day. And I needed Zasha in that. Zasha, the girl in that, was who like Safari broke up with Nicki Minaj for. And I saw her, and I was like, I have to have her. I was like, she's so bad. Shout out to her baby daddy. Shout out to Josh, you know, her nigga. But I was like, she's so bad. I gotta get her in this video, and I got her, and like fucking everybody fucked with this hoe, and I love, like, and it's like it literally like came like exactly how I saw it in my head the night before. I was listening to the song over and over and over again. And it turned out like it's amazing. I don't know. It's crazy.
Turn up.
And it's really well shot too. That's the crazy thing about it.
Then this song was hot as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Well, the thing was that this was an Atlantic promotion. I got bread for this. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And then the fact that I got to put Roman in the video is like my nigga from back home. Like, he had never been in a video before, and like I put him in the video with all these iconic ass niggas, bro. I grew up watching these niggas, or like I grew up in the social media game watching these niggas, bro. Bro, that video right there, I was just like,
that was like, we good.
Yeah,
I know what I need to do.
Bro, that was like easy, and I figured out like my shit, and like people just. I started getting like big people. Yo, XX and Tashion DM that video to Vader out of nowhere and was like, bro, this is it. He's like, this nigga's funny, bro. He was like, this is fire, bro. Yeah, rest in peace, bro. But I was like, that's crazy because it has nothing to do with X. It doesn't have his song in it, nothing. And Vader was like, nigga, you telling me the first time this nigga like notices me or like hits me up, it's because of you?
Yeah, of all things.
He's man. Like, this is fire, bro. And that was like, it was a crazy feeling to have people like fucking with my shit like that I knew that I did. I shot it, I was in it, and I edited it. And shout out to Pierre, he's the one that did the heart. Pierre Steps, he's called this fucking editing.
He did like
the hearts when I like
After Effects and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to touch After Effects.
That's just messy.
Crazy.
It's just messy.
Nah, but So whenever you work on these videos, like, how long would something like that? I mean, you just say you did it all in one day, but like, let's just say any of these other skits, how long does it take to actually get it finished, like, fully edited and all that stuff?
Back then, it was a day or 3 days process. At the most 3 days for skits, but now it's all I do is I shoot a lot. And it's just really whenever I feel like putting it together. Literally, like I dropped a video the other day that I shot in. I shot it in February. I shot it the day after I shot that Valentine's Day video. I shot the other one that I dropped like last week type shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's like, it's really like now whenever we get together, we know all the creators, because like we don't all live in LA and shit like that. So whenever we get together, we just knock out as much content as possible in the midst of bullshitting around sometimes. And then, we just like, I have it in my library for whenever I need it.
Yeah, y'all just basically stock up as much as possible while everybody's there, which I feel like that's the best way to go about it, because all you guys have y'all's own thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But it's just whenever y'all get together.
Yeah,
like,
we gotta do this. Yeah.
You got Vader, you got Callie, you got all these big names together. You gotta do it.
Yeah, because it's so tight because, people are like groups of people in the influencer game, they kind of need each other for the shit to pop off. But like we all have our separate shit going. We can all make a video individually and like get numbers from it. And then when we come together, it's like, oh, we instantly know it's gonna go viral. It's like, boom.
And that's
it's
a
like,
game. Yeah, that's a game.
It's that simple. And then now like it's tight that Lennar started traveling to Cali, because anything that nigga touches goes stupid viral.
Yeah, he hilarious, man.
Lennar's the Disney, right?
Bro.
When that one first, when it first came out, when he it just started popping.
Yeah.
I watched every single one. It was so funny. I was like, yo, this guy's good. I was waiting on him to get into y'all's search every time.
Because he was already in it, but he wasn't like, because he lives in Connecticut. He wasn't coming to LA though.
Damn.
Yeah, there's nothing out there, so he's trapping in his room, just trapping out videos like crazy.
Man, that just goes to show, like, you put in that work, you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Right.
So who's one of the people that you met? Because you met a lot of people just working with Atlantic Records and meeting, like, or working with these other influencers as well. Who was like that one person you met and you were like, damn, okay, I probably just made it. You know, I'm in the same presence as this person. You know, who was it?
I mean, Diddy.
You got that picture of him with Diddy? Find that if possible.
I would say Cole Bennett too, but Diddy was on another level. And then after that, fucking Diddy's bodyguard had showed him my like story, and then he had texted me. He said, "Diddy said you need to do this a little bit different." I was like, "Diddy giving a nigga pointers and shit." What?
Saw that shit like, yes sir.
Hell yeah. He said, no, I took his advice.
Hell yeah, who wouldn't?
Definitely, yeah. That moment right there, because he was cool. Like he literally like he had a dinner for everybody that was at this at his Revolt Music Conference, and then like he had spoke, and it was only the panelists. I was in the room and the panelist guests, and I was there as a guest because of Jordan. Yeah. And Diddy came by every single table and just chopped it up with people. And
I remember you telling me that story, like, and with whenever you're that big, like,
you don't got to do that.
Yeah, you really don't have to do that. But this guy has that much of a, like, I don't know. I guess
drive.
I guess he just wants to make everybody feel like you're welcome. You know, like you're welcomed here, and like that's just, I don't know. That's a different type of.
It's just genuine.
Yeah, that's a different type of like energy right there.
Yeah, what he has said is, he said it's crazy. He at his last like farewell, he was like, because we were there for 3 days, and he was like, "Yo, I see so many talented people in this room. I met so many talented people in this room, and y'all are hungry as hell." And everybody's like, he was like, "Give it up for y'all being hungry." He's like, "Look, he's like, I'm about to hit 1 billion, right? Yeah. And I'm the hungriest nigga in this room." And like, I was just like, yeah, like respect, because he really is hungry. His event went perfect, and like Diddy don't play no games.
Oh no, especially with events, bro.
Yeah,
I will listen to podcasts and I hear stories about Diddy's events.
Yeah,
like, he makes sure, like, he makes it popping no matter what.
Exactly.
Like,
don't
when
fuck
I saw
up.
that picture, I was like, what?
Nigga, I was like, what? I still look at that. Nigga, I new Tinder profile pic. Bro, I sent that. What?
Oh my god.
Genius.
Yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. the person, I didn't meet him personally, but like being in his presence and hearing him speak for like the hour that I did, Scooter Braun, that nigga is like hands down.
You can just tell that
nigga, you can feel the energy. Yes, you can feel his fucking energy like soaking off his body when you're just in this nigga's presence. Like I've never been around somebody like that.
What was he talking about? Like what
okay. So I was in France at this music fucking festival shit, or I don't know, music conference, and he was giving a keynote on just like talking about just basically him and how he made it and blah blah, and he was just like, I'm hungry, and he gave a whole bunch of beans on Kanye. Like he just like spilled a whole bunch of beans on Kanye. Yeah, I mean basically he was just talking about Kanye's personality, like actually like knowing Kanye, and I mean saying he's a good dude, but he's crazy as fuck. Like at the end of the day, like that's not a show. Kanye's like wild.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how he's gonna drop a project, a seven song project, like with like everybody this year. Like he's like he doesn't have any limits. That's probably why he released a song with Pump, because he probably has a 7-song project come with Pump. But he's saying he's doing it with everybody. Like he's
damn, because he did just announce Yandi.
Damn. Yeah.
So like
Yandi's gonna probably
that's this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's gonna probably be 7 songs too.
This fool's out here doing it.
Bro. Oh yeah.
I hate like when people down him, bro. Like, come on, man. He's always pushing the info. You need that person in the world. Otherwise, shit is just gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Like, whenever that whole slavery thing, like, he didn't mean it. I wanted to speak on this because I don't want to just type it out on Facebook or Twitter because they might not get the right context, but. He was just saying it's a choice to victimize yourself over that for that many years,
right?
And using that as an excuse, because we all go through shit,
right?
You know? Yeah. Obviously, we go like colored people go through different circumstances. That doesn't mean that you can't work your way out. You can't build up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if Hov can make it out of where Marcy Projects, like. And be married to Beyonce, you know what I mean? And have these kids and have all this money and all these investments. Mm-hmm. Anybody can do anything, bro. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like,
you just gotta be a hustler.
Yeah.
That's it. You gotta do it.
Yeah, and I feel like people, because for me, what Kanye was for me is like, he's not even a person at this point. He's an idea to me. Like, this fool pushed me to start doing anything, like,
right?
Especially with
you always been a Kanye head.
Yeah, bro.
Always.
Day one, like,
always.
Like that's why I feel so passionate about this because I know this fool is like, he's going crazy, but like to benefit the world. Like he's trying to figure out different ways because obviously hate doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I just badmouth Trump all day, you're giving more press to Trump.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like let's just switch it up. Maybe if I show love to them, it's a they don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
they might not even know because they're so used to all the hate or something. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
yeah.
It means well.
Yeah, he means nothing but well. Like, and that's what I don't understand is why people, like, push those type of people to the limits. Because, whenever you're at that level and you're working that hard and you got that much pressure on you, because there's a lot of people that look like, obviously, you could take me as an example, but there's a lot of people that look for Kanye as guidance. Like, what is he wearing? What is he listening to? Who does he rock with?
Very
that's
influential.
Who I rock with. You know what I mean? That's how you get Kid Cudi's. That's how you get Travis Scott's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For somebody like that to like get scrutinized that way, it just bugs me so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, and that's why I've kind of fell back. Like that's why I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to be in the videos. I'm kind of standoffish because once you get to that level, like there's no going back.
Yeah.
The microscope on you at that point is ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I know you already feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, and you've posted like hate mail, like people messaging you, like talking shit about
calling
your video.
Me a nigger.
Yeah,
like,
you
calling me a nigger now.
Yeah, like, I'm talking about like, and this is like imagine that amplified to the billionth power. You know?
Yeah, and it sucks that every time it's not even that the person don't like you or the person hates you because you respond to them and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm the biggest fan of you. Like I'm so sorry.
They just switch up.
I just wanted you to notice me. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
But I feel like no matter what, that's always gonna be there, and then just that comes with being a leader. Like obviously, 100%. Kanye is our is like a leader of just to create in a space of creativity and music, pretty much creativity and all. So like when I see like all these things happening to Kanye, it's like, that's normal. Like for example, like Obama being president or presidents in general. If you just look at them from year 1, from year 8, they've been through some shit.
Yeah, their
physically,
hairs are
gray and
their faces are wrinkled up. Man,
Uh-huh.
that's a different type of pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody they say they want to be famous and all this. Like, nah, man. You should aim to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck the fame. Like, I don't even care if I don't get. Like, I would rather not be famous. I would rather just get to do what I do and love what I do, love what I create. With the people, then do it with people that I love too.
Exactly.
On top of that,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, that's the ultimate goal for me.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I see like just any type of negativity like around me, I kind of distance myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see different people go through shit, and it kind of it's like, man, like any one little trip up, one little mistake, or one little misquote, and it's a wrap for you.
Yeah,
you
man,
know?
that's how it is. Everybody's being, they like that fast food type of deal, just spoon fed, cause like Twitter makes it hard enough with just 140 characters just to type up and get your point across. If you miss one single thing, they're gonna call you out on it. But you gotta realize the fact that, this is as much as I can say. You can't just assume 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at Kanye, like, I'm going back to Kanye, is just that you see that he's going through some shit, but you gotta understand, like, you're talking about millions of people looking at you, millions going after you. It don't matter. It don't matter. Like, you can want, like, you can say, I want great energy, great vibes around me, whatever, yada yada, whoop de woo. But you gotta realize that's not balance. Too much good is too bad. You know what I'm saying? You need that challenge, that struggle, that adversity. And then, when I'm just going back to it, just seeing Kanye go through it, it's just like, this is normal. He's gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's back on track right now.
Yeah.
But that's just watching somebody is you watching a human being. You watching how a human being operates and how they live.
They're not different from us.
No different. No.
They're literally human beings. They got feelings.
We
like
all
None.
get cut,
Exactly.
We all bleed the same and everything like that. And that's the thing that fans and supporters and blase don't understand sometimes, is because these are real people that you have on the other side of the screen. So it's like you can comment under a bad bitch's picture and she has one pimple on her forehead, and you that one comment out of 1,000 comments that says like, like get some acne cream, and she's gonna see your comment and then feel some type of way for the next like couple hours or whatever. That's something that she's probably insecure about. Or you calling a girl like, or saying like somebody got a big nose, or like just something you're pointing it out, and that might be their biggest insecurity, and that might be something to push them over the edge or something like that. So it's like, for Kanye, that's why Drake said it in the song. He's like, what did he say? He was like, I go through my comments and blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it was in his intro. He was saying like, he's like, nigga, I'm Drake. I even be going through my comments and stressing, because these are real people at the end of the day.
Yeah, but then just when you get that, it's up to you to how you handle it. Regardless, you just gotta. Life ain't fair, so life's gonna come your way either way if you want this or not. So you just gotta handle up and then just take it as like, okay, they sound shit, I'll just shit on them. You know what I'm saying? You a keyboard warrior. What else you are? You know what I'm saying? What's really good?
Yeah. So let's get into you. Like, what is your out? Like, what is your aim? What are you aiming to be? Like, what would you? Because I know you're a videographer, but you also take photos as well, and you use a lot of film. So what would you say is, your title?
As far as like my profession,
as far as what you bring,
I just say like, as of right now, cause I would like to pursue different things, but as of right now, I'm more of just a visually creative person, a visual creator, basically. Coming from videos to like graphics, photography, in that general area. But I started off doing photography. And that's what I consider my main, my right hand.
That's no matter what you.
But it just so happens that like basketball, you gotta be ambidextrous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be able to go left and right, go up and down, side to side, whatever it may be. You gotta be able to be versatile. So my left hand is pretty good, and my left hand is videos.
I got you.
So I'm trying to keep everything up to par. I mean, there's some days are like my photography's better than my videos. My videos better than my photos. I'm just we all strive for balance. That's what I'm going for. But just as for what I categorize myself as of right now is a visual creator.
Because you can't put yourself in a box. Like, shoot, if somebody hire you, like if somebody likes your look, it's like, hey, can you come model for me real quick?
Right.
No, I only do videos.
Once you say no, it's like they don't ever hit you up. You know what I'm saying? That's your loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going through that right now. I'm just because like I'm lacking in some certain areas, but just because I'm lacking that area doesn't mean I'm not going to try to get on top of that and be able to secure what I missed So in the future, I'm able to say yes to these opportunities and handle up, because we trying to win. I'm trying to win regardless. I'm trying to win.
Dubs.
And what's your end goal then? Because you're saying that you're doing what you don't like. You don't see yourself doing it. Forever. You want to do something else.
Yeah, I just wanna. My end goal is to be able to have do different things and to have fun and just being content about what I'm doing. You know, right now it's just the first stage, because you know I'm only 19, about to turn 20, just a year and some change out of high school. Like, and already I'm seeing things. I'm trying my best to adjust and move correctly and adapt to.
Right.
Way different.
Yeah.
But I've been on that though since like when I got into my sophomore year. Like, everybody was just, you know, you get into high school, like, yo, we in high school right now, time to tee up. You know, you get your driver's license, you have more freedom because you get into the age of, like, you know, less restrictions on you. But for me, when I first stepped into LD Bell, that's my high school. Fuck Bell, but anyways.
We're all LD Bell in the room.
Just got some.
You can't talk mess about it. I always know where you.
I still got love for them, but
where you came from.
But yeah, like, I was scared. I'm not even gonna lie, I was scared because I thought about what was after high school. Like, everybody was like,
about the future.
like, cause I got more real with myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it's only 18 years of your life that's guaranteed to be different, and you get some. You know, you go to school, you're in that safe security of being in school. You don't have to worry about anything else. And so that just kind of like blocks you from what's around you. And I was able to break through that and see, like, yo, like, I was seeing big homies that I looked up to when I was in elementary, like, falling off, and I was like, yo, you didn't want to do what you was talking about?
Yeah.
Like, life wasn't, like, going good for you. Like, I always thought, like, life was, like, going good for you, like, you were doing your thing, and to me, it was like, if you do your thing, you'll get where you want to be. But they were doing their thing, but in reality, they wasn't really doing it. They were just saying that shit, and then they was falling off. So, like,
there's a lot of talkers out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because we're from the same town, same area, and, like, I feel like there's always a wave of, new creators that come out.
Yeah.
But only the real last, man. A lot of people they like to talk. They like to be, I'm an entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm this now. Oh, I'm this. All right, cool,
They don't got longevity.
But, like, once you see what it really takes, once you get that little taste of, like, pushback, a little resistance, everybody just falters.
Yeah, bro. Like what Vince Staples said. Like, you really want to know a person? Just ask. Just like one, just like something like a controversial question towards them, and if they shaking up, then you know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just like ask them that something they don't know and see how they handle it. See if they like, stutter up, or they just like, well, and if they be honest with you, they'll be like, well, I honestly don't know. But if you being straight up with them, that we can tell like who you are if you just say something that's outside your comfort zone.
Yeah. So whenever you were working, whenever you're going to school, you were already looking past, like, what else is there, while your friends were like, hey, this is high school, this is awesome. Like, they were in the present while you were already like, there's more to life, basically.
Right. And one thing that it will emphasize even more, it was like, coincidentally, it was the first day of my sophomore year. With my it took one sentence to make me realize, like, shit ain't really what it seems like. So it was a history class. A teacher named Mr. Woolley. I don't know if you.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a cool ass teacher.
Dope ass teacher, man. If y'all have him, yo, he's great. Y'all treat him nice, man. He getting old, but one thing he started off introducing the class materials to us was he asked one question. He said, "All right, guys, welcome to my class. Here's the syllabus. Yada yada, whoop de woo. Let me ask you this. So what do you go to school for?" And everybody in the class, saying confidently, sounds really stupid. We're going to school for your education. And in my head, like, I didn't say shit. I was like, I'm going to school for your education. And he was like, wrong. And then, you get that feeling like, oh, I'm wrong. A good thing I didn't say that shit, looking like an idiot. And then he was like, wrong. You go to school for money. And I was like, what you go to school for money for? I thought you going here, go to college, learn this shit, and get a job. But then I was like, but it haunted me, like, throughout my high school career. It was like, it just rests, like, sometimes it'll be the first thing I think of when I wake up. I'm like, what does he mean by the fact that we go to school for money? I don't get it. I'm not making money. I'm not making any bread. It was just me, he was practically blessing my ignorance for me to, like, able to venture and figure out the answer to that to myself. But it was pretty obvious. But it was just that I was so secured within just school. You know what I'm saying? I have to worry about no bills, nothing about a possibility like a flat tire or something, have to handle up on that just financial crisis or anything like that, real life.
Yeah.
And then once you get hit with that, just that question, you don't have the answer. Like I said about Vince Staples, it rattled me. I'm like, what do you do? What do you do? And what I did was I wanted to know what I wanted to do. And at the time I was playing basketball. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college. I was like somewhat realistic. I was like, I ain't gonna go in the NBA. But shout out to Jeremy Lin for giving us that hope. But
wait, hold on, you saying I wasn't realistic? I was going to the NBA. Wait, I was talking about
But yeah, I wanted to go play basketball. And then that basketball taught me how to work hard. Like that's the first step for building my foundations where I'm at now. Every day after junior high, like I started off in the D team, BT basketball, and I didn't start.
Yeah.
By 9th grade, I started A team. I was getting hella minutes. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I went like the Hearst rec is like 2-minute walk from Hearst Junior High. So I get out and I walk every day just to go hoop. So that taught me like consistency and how to work hard, and that that preaching of gotta work hard, dedication, determination, all that cliche shit, but it's true. Cliche stuff is very simple, but you just gotta take it how it is. The most cliché thing is the most realest thing. Even like just do it by Nike. You gotta do it.
I feel like every person that I bring on here or that I have brought on here, they all have some type of thing leading back to sports and discipline. Like like Damo had wrestling, you have football, you have basketball. Like I feel like a lot of people they don't understand that concept. I mean, they just playing basketball just to play.
Wasting their life away, their knees going.
Yeah, and they don't really know that you got to put time in. Like your offhand, you're not just born great with your offhand.
Oh yeah,
you got to work at that. You're not just born great like speeding past the offensive lineman. Like you gotta learn moves. You gotta learn swing moves. You gotta learn,
Yeah, and you gotta be smart with it too.
Yeah, and then it's a mental game too. And then on top of that, you're against yourself.
Right.
And it's just like I don't know. Like I feel like that's a big part of like becoming great. Just
definitely
being disciplined.
100.
Honestly, because I use my football training and what I put in the football is exactly what I put in the videos.
Right.
So it's like if I ain't have that. To where it's like I was in the weight room before and after workouts and stuff like that, and that's why it's like with videos I'm pulling all-nighters while people are asleep. I'm like, cool, well, I'm gonna be the one editing. I don't have to post about it on Instagram. You don't gotta know what I'm doing. I'm putting in this work. And then because like if I feel like if I didn't go through football and like do all of that, I wouldn't have never knew, like, because like some of my homies that do be thinking they're working and they think that they're doing something. Like I go through the motions and do what they do, and I just like, good job. Like cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go home and work again. Like
right.
It's like nah. So I feel like the sports thing, it really did. Not only sports, like people can have like their own like way, but like whatever taught you discipline, that's what you're doing like now and putting it into like whatever your like passion is right now.
Yeah, translate it over.
Yeah, and if you put that 100% like grind in your stuff you going.
You gonna get it.
Like what I learned is because I was on a step team.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
cold.
Look like SpongeBob and shit.
I got cold at the drums on my music, but I was on a step team and I remember like. There was a lot of trials and tribulations, and you had to like really, because there was other schools that were really cold also. And I mean, you just had to like push through. And then we had to remember lines and stuff. Like it's not just like people think that there's only one aspect to anything. Like nah, man, you got to be all around at that.
Funny
thing. What I mean, you got to be able to do a commercial. You got to be able to do one of those ads that and then you got to be able to do a music video, like, and they're all different vibes. Like it's just one of those things that you have to touch on all this stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, y'all were like Cause like when I was younger, I looked up to y'all, and the step team was my first source of realizing that success is a thing. Like just seeing y'all be going out to compete and then winning, I'm like, you can make this happen. It was dope. Like me being naive and just young and just looking, just oblivious to like the reality of things, but just seeing just the end goal was like, I really want something like that. I want to, success. I want to win. I really want to win. I see y'all was winning. I'm like, that's why I looked up to you. I was like, that's pretty dope. And that just fell along with everything else I did. I was like, they doing it. I gotta do something. I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be on that.
Who are some of y'all's inspirations, like as far as videos and editing and directing goes?
Well, first and foremost, aside from that,
or even photography.
Yeah. Well, my mom and dad, I'm gonna put that out there. That's straight from that
Just
fact.
In case they watch this, they can
yeah. My mom,
better shot me out.
mom and dad and my uncle, like,
yeah.
They are the foundation of my ethics and how I think and how I operate within the world, and that translates over to to me for allowing me to be successful in whatever I do. And so they're like them, just to throw it out there. But and back to the visually inspiring people, I'd say Stills, this guy named Stills, he's really dope. I think he's like the greatest photographer out right now, beating Gunnar Stallin just as far as like. The retro film Polaroid aspect.
Type of vibe he does like
he's basically to me he's like the new damn near the next, well not next, but like a newer version of Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol did Polaroid portraits and stuff as part of his art, and he's doing it well. He's like getting these portraits of a lot of people, and it's crazy. And then when it comes to videos, brother, it's just a lot. It's like
so cold.
Brother,
who,
like
I'm saying like. Though, like the guy you look to, like
I
could just say Kanye, like that's just the guy.
There's not one.
It's not one. It's a combination of those.
What I learned from my uncle is that you take the great things out of every individual. You are the product of everybody you meet. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I took it. So for you, I took away your work ethic. For you, I took away your work ethic and your social skills, and that way I'm able to communicate with these people as a human being rather than hey. My rate is charge this, holler at me back,
it's
this
crazy
my number.
Because you're only 19 and you're getting all this, like we were talking about that earlier, like man, like I wish I was 19 and got like this. I had a plug. I had a Sean Dream. I had a iMinikon with me. You know what I mean?
Very fortunate.
Yeah.
Very fortunate.
If I was 18,
but
19,
you utilize it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like you actually go. I remember you went to Austin one time for Blue to record Blue. And that led to you actually being like a designated videographer for all his events almost. So that gave you like a way out almost. Just because you took that opportunity.
And that part that scenario was like. Cause that was after South by, and that's when I met this guy named Joaquin. He's a DJ producer, and he's like the one who hosts the New Wave party down in Austin. And so I met dude, I just like chopped it up with him real cool, and he said, just come back out here, let me know what's up or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden I saw Blue the Misfit is DJ, also DJing at the New Wave. So like, and it was like. I had nothing to do that day, so all I had to do, just to edit and all just the normal tasks. And so I was like, should I take this trip to Austin? It was like, I just saw it like for anything, like if I see like, outside events of the DFW, I'll scroll past it, like, okay, cool, they're doing it. But this for some reason I considered, probably just because the fact it was Blue, but it was just like strange to me. I was like, but I'm tired, I don't want to go. But I was like, hey Joaquin, is there any way I can get in and do shoot some videos for you for tonight? He's like, yeah. I was like, just come out here and I got you. And then I was like, I was like, all right. So he got me. So should I go or not? Packed my bags up and left straight up, just spontaneously.
What else would you rather be doing? Like that. So that's the question I like to ask people. Like whenever they come to me and complain or something like that, I'm like, well, you wanna do this, right? Yeah. Well, then why don't you do it? Like,
right.
You be on Instagram or you be on Netflix
saying
like,
all this shit.
Yeah.
Like for me, there's nothing else I would rather do than like play music or.
Exactly.
So what am I doing? I'm practicing my scales because there's literally nothing else I would rather do.
Yeah.
Why waste my time doing something that will not benefit me? Like there are some times where you need to take a break. You will go crazy.
Of course, yeah.
But like. with your leisure time, like even if it's 30 minutes a day, like it could be something so little.
Yeah, just do something.
Just do it.
You'll be surprised how much you can learn within just a minute.
Yeah.
Or even a second. Like you just get that epiphany, like you made 2 and 2 together. They're like, oh, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's dope because you took that chance. Like you had an off day. What else would I rather be doing? I could just stay here and play PUBG the rest of the day, or I can go to Austin, meet Blue the Misfit or meet whoever, and come back with some connections and actually do something that I wanted to do. And meet people, that I need to meet. Because I remember you telling me about that event. You said it was like, it ended up showing out.
Yeah. Always. Like, honestly, yeah, if you're in Austin, like, definitely show up to the New Wave. Like, it's growing, like, every day. And then Joaquin's able to do it consistently, and I back that no matter what, because he does that every Saturday, bringing different artists or DJs. Always on. Some people, someone different every time.
And that's hard to do.
That's very hard to do. I have to commend him for that.
Who would you say is like your big, or some of your big inspirations?
Well, I mean, if you think entertainment industry, of course, Big Sean. I'm a diehard Big Sean supporter, and like his music got me through.
Wait, hold on. So Big Sean or Kendrick Lamar?
Next question. We're not gonna talk about yeah.
We beefing.
So but his music, literally, like, listening to it, I feel like that's why a lot of people don't fuck with Big Sean like that, because they don't know the work, they don't know the grind. And when I was listening to him like crazy, and I mean I still do, it's in his songs he literally gives the steps on how to make it. Like he teaches you, like, this is what you got to do, blah blah. And I would listen to the lyrics and I would literally emulate what he was doing, and that's the hours I was putting in. I remember I would be in my room in college, I playing Dark Side Paradise on repeat, and just literally isolated in my room, just editing, and that's funny. All I could hear in the back.
Cause that's game. Like, these artists are spitting out game. You like, I'm surprised about these kids, taking in all the lyrics of, like, all the drug related things.
Yeah,
why
all
don't you
the
take out the good
SoundCloud
things?
rappers.
Like,
they're listening to all these sound, like, they want that quick.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, no. But I would say Big Sean, and then I take, for inspiration, I feel like I take a bit from all my friends. I try to be the best version of, like, all my friends, basically. So, like, the Meet on Mars with his entrepreneurship, and the nigga's just a hustler, the Dope Island and his comedy, and, like, just, he's like, everybody loves Low.
I follow that for every time he posts a video. I have to watch
everybody,
no matter what.
Yeah, you have to, like, you're just like, it's gonna be fire. Everybody loves Low. And then Leonard, bro, he's a straight fucking hustler. Robbie World, straight hustler. Bro, you shoot a video, bro. Rob will shoot 7 videos in a day and have some in his library. And then by the end of the night, he'll have, like, no boost, like 12 skits ready, like, to go. Like, he got it down. Like, these are grinders. So it's like all the people that I'm around, and everybody in LA that I mess with, because I meet a lot of people and I know a lot of people, but it's like the people that I show is because they're hustlers. And, like, they're like, you see the funny stuff in front of the cameras, blah blah blah, and as soon as that turns off, they business, they know what they're doing. I mean, we constantly, we constantly, we're having fun and we're turning up, and all that is real, and all on our live videos, and we're all turning up together. It's just entertaining, and stuff like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, everybody's geniuses. King Vader, bro. Like, everybody's geniuses. Like, the fact that this man, I bet you right now, he's listening to a song that he's gonna do a video to over and over and over and over again. Writing down shot by shot for an Instagram or YouTube video. For Instagram or YouTube video. So it's like, people used to make fun of Vader for doing that for Vine. Like, it's a 6-second video. Why are you trying so hard? Why are you getting all these angles? He's like, trust me, one day y'all gonna respect me. And literally,
now you see.
I love that shit. That shit.
One day y'all gonna respect me, and it's funny because it's our homeboys would be. I mean, no, like, shade, no nothing, because you all need, like, we all like to be truthful to each other. We tell each other the raw truth of what we think. But it's like, our homeboys sometimes would be some of the ones. He's like, Vader, that shit's not working. Just do it this way. Like, you don't need to do all that. And he's like, just watch. He said,
man, cool,
I remember one day he said, bro, I'm gonna pass everybody. And I was like, you are, like, just do it. But like me, like, I believed in them, but I was still giving the affirmation of a shit. Like, it's like, all right, well, these niggas are grinders too, so it ain't gonna be that easy.
Yeah.
Just so you know. And then the nigga Vaders, nigga, we walk out in public, it's crazy, bro. The shit that people don't see is like when we're all together and we walk out in public, there is not one place we can't go with somebody. One person gonna ask for a picture. One person gonna recognize every single where we go. And it's wild that it's starting to come on me now. And it's like, bro, I was in France, bro, and somebody is like, you're the dude that does the videos. And I was like, yeah, I am. And then as soon as I stepped off the plane coming back to America in the from the Dominican Republic 2 weeks ago, literally as soon as I stepped off the plane, swole ass light skinned nigga was like, he like came up to me. I was like, oh, he trying to take one of my hugs. And then this nigga was like, yo, you're fucking hilarious. I was like, nigga, I just got back in the country, bro. It's like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. And then right after that, nigga, I'm getting my baggage claim somebody else recognized. So it's like, it's dope, you know, to just be around talented ass niggas to where it's like we're all eating. And like we all basically figure it out.
Each other up.
Exactly.
It's funny that you say that because I was thinking like because even on the last podcast, like we were talking about a community really like, you know, right now it's real severed. You know, it's like a lot of people are like it's a lack mentality. Like, oh no, I can't. Like, say, oh, I can't share your video because you might steal some of my fans type shit. That's how it is right now. But it's crazy whenever you get everybody, like, people that are dispersed already built, and then bring them together, that community, like, because these are different circles that are coming together. So it's not just King Vader's people. It's also Callion Fox's people. And whenever you get all that together, and then these people are genuine people, it's a different type of build-up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And I feel like that's been really monumental for you because as soon as you started rocking with these people, like, and you built a genuine relationship with these people, like, they got your back to the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you already make quality shit. If they just post it on their thing or, you know, like it or anything, you know what I mean? It does wonders.
Yeah. And know? and going back to that, it's like I said, I've met, like, people always ask me, like, before, like, when I had, like, a low following and I wasn't getting the love yet and people didn't know who I was, people are like, you're always around all these popular people. Like, why aren't you up there? Why aren't you sharing it? Because it's like, yo, shit is good, too, and blah, blah. But it's like, you really have to have a genuine relationship with the people. It's like, it can't be on some fake shit. Nobody's going to just give a free share. You got to pay for that shit. To get shared on me and my niggas' pages, you got to throw some bread. So it's like, now that we are really like brothers, like, it's nothing, no fake shit, bro. We have real world problems. We bitch at people about their girlfriends. We bitch at, like, we like real homies. We get, bro, somebody's one of my homies, his aunt passed away, bought him a plane ticket like that. He didn't have the money for it, bought it. It's like, hey, just pay me back when you got the chance to. It's like, that's how we are. We really, like, we give each other our last meals. Like, no bullshit. I'm saying, like, because niggas make money in the industry, but niggas spend a lot of money making the videos and getting the shit done. So some of these niggas will run out of shit, or sometimes I'll be like somewhere else just like out of money, and then I'll be like, hey Vader, like, can you give me this time, you know? And it's like no questions, like, no, I got you. And when he needs it, bro, I got you, easy money.
It's
and
like,
it's crazy that it's like, bro, it's really like all of us is like a one big like relationship, because it's like all of our pockets, like, we basically share that hoe. It's I got
y'all can fall back on.
That's crazy.
Yes, I got the Airbnb this time. Y'all good, bro. Like, we don't ask each other to split it. Okay, well, shit, Lennar, you got it next time. Bet, cool.
That's crazy.
That's literally the way I look at it. Like, that's the way I would want my circle to be. Like, oh, don't worry about it, and then best believe, like, next time you don't even got a question, because I'll still get you back. Like, no, if I have it, there's no questions. Like, you know what I mean? I wish people just understood that, like, you know, the
concept.
That you can have a community of people where everybody can fall back on another. If everybody just builds each other up, you know, rather than, oh, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do this, and oh, I'm not gonna share this just because of fans or like little numbers, because it's all abundant, you know. You can scroll for days on your shit, you know what I mean? So it's just cool to see that aspect and see it in, like, people that I grew up with, like, grew up around. Like, that's just so wild to me. Like, I know this dude, like, from junior high and, like, going to river trails and stuff. And I remember you Usher in the West and like you hooping. I remember all those days. It's so crazy.
Because Ronald was the first person we saw coming up out of the city.
Yeah.
And then
Cardo got wings.
Cardo got wings. The
Shout out
first
to that
person
dude.
we saw coming out of the city, and then now to see like us. Like we're making moves,
Making our way.
Yeah.
And
this fool's still killing it too.
And he stayed like 3 houses down from me, I think. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
we did the same. Yeah, right.
It was on your street.
That's the crazy thing. I be telling him like, yo, he stayed like 3 houses down, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like back to what you saying, just like what Kendrick said. I'd rather be on the last dime and split the bill with you.
Bro, fuck
shit.
Kendrick.
Yeah, fuck you. We bit. Yeah, you see where I'm going.
Who are your top 5 rappers in?
Shit.
Right now.
Top 5 off rip.
Pump.
Dylan. It's because I spit hot fire. I can't name 5 rappers. I can answer the question that you asked me earlier.
Okay, how about this?
Who's killing it in the game?
I can list 5 artists that I'm really fucking with right now.
Yeah, just who do you rock with? I mean, I meant subjectively, not like who really is.
Yeah.
Best, but who are y'all pulling up on y'all's phone?
Let's say
right
new
now?
school.
New school?
I wanna.
Okay.
Everybody be having the same shit. Everybody be saying.
New school.
Okay, so new people.
New school. This dude named Toby Lou. He's pretty good, pretty dope artist.
He did Game Over.
Game Over.
Yeah,
He did.
That was good.
He's really good. And then
Chris got a remix to that. I love that song.
Yeah. And I like the relationship he has with his videographer. Not necessarily his videographer, but like just a videographer that they both have a great relationship and they just going back and forth making great content for like small snippet songs.
So for him, it's almost visuals that you really fucking.
But then the song just makes it even better, you know. And then still fucking with GoLink. Let's see who else. You know, I'm kind of fucking with Amine. He's pretty cute. Like he's good.
Really, then is dope.
Really, then, yeah, good. I was like, okay, like the new album he dropped. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. I like it a lot. Who else? Damn, I'm going in 3. Go ahead. I'm gonna think some more.
Everybody got to pull up their
Yeah. I mean, I say.
I'm fucking with Beto O'Rourke.
New school. I fuck with Bad Baby Catching. No. Just like, you know, it's crazy. I've been listening to Juice WRLD. I don't fully respect like his beliefs and everything. I don't know actually what the kid believes in.
Yeah, I want to know where you got this from, because I saw I heard about the Lil Uzi Vert thing.
Yeah.
He said like
Lucifer.
something like that. But what's the Juice WRLD's thing?
Juice WRLD is, to me, like, if you really listen to his lyrics and look at his visuals, they're really demonic. And like the dude, like even fucking Lucid Dreams, like look at the visuals, like the shit is
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's demonic. And if you he calls himself a little demon, he says he's around all his demons and blah blah blah. And it's like, I mean, that message being blasted in the airwaves. That's why Uzi at his show, he was like, y'all, this is Rapture or whatever the fuck. Y'all are all going to hell. He's like, it's too late. You already listened to the music, or you already listened to the music 1,000 times.
Kind of
boom.
freaky.
Yeah, it's freaky as hell.
Wee.
Yeah,
no.
So, but I mean,
I don't
Juice
know about
WRLD is
that.
like, fuck. I mean, the dude's talented.
Yeah.
And I would say I've been really, as of lately, slowly getting on Trippie Redd. Like slowly,
I fuck
super
with
slow.
Trippie Redd.
Yeah,
Dope.
Trippie is like, that sound took a while for me to adapt to, and I'm getting on Trippie, and then Gunna.
Yeah, Gunna.
Yeah,
I
Gunna's
put that right
killing
there.
it.
Gunna on my 4th spot.
Yeah,
I fuck with that.
He's heavy.
Yeah.
I only heard him from that Travis
Travis
Scott.
Scott.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Young Thug. I was like, oh
Nah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like somebody asked, hey, who's on this song? I was like, oh, it's Travis Scott and Young Thug. And 36 had to tell me, he's like, nah, this is Gunna.
That's
Yeah,
Thug's,
what?
Yeah, Thug's artist. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thug's artist.
Okay, that makes sense.
I like his Young Thug's artists. They have that, you know, you can relate it back to Young Thug obviously, but they all have their distinct identity when they're rapping, and like I can hear the difference in them. You know, something you can't hear in the voice, but you can hear it in their flow and how the delivery, like Lil Baby, and then you know, just you can hear the difference. You can hear the difference. Yeah, I really fuck with Gunna. I like when I heard was it DS3? I can't there. I don't know.
Are you talking about his new shit?
Yeah, the new one.
Oh, it's right here. It's I'm bad with names and shit. It's Drip Season 3.
Yeah, Drip Season 3. Yeah, like just listening. Like I was like, I heard about Gunna, and I just hopped on it, listened to that. I was like, won me over. I was like, yep, this guy's dope. And then look at where he is now, right now.
It sucks that cause after the Rolling Peace verse, I really got on X heavy, and it sucks that he was taken from us too soon. But like, I mean, he got an album coming, so
Yeah.
Oh, for real, they're dropping a post album.
Yeah. So fucking like X would have been the top.
That would have been number one for you,
bro. That dude is talented. It's crazy.
Like for me, it was just hard to get over the fact of all that other shit that he went through.
Yeah.
Listening to the music.
But yeah, musically, like, I really never gave him a chance until after he died. But I would say, because William was like, yo, X is really good. Like, like musically, he's like really good. Yeah. You know. So I was like, man, okay, I'll give him a listen. And yeah, he's good. He has like that Spanish song.
Yeah.
Those are dope songs.
Oh, Changes is so dope.
I never heard that one. Okay, alright.
A little bit. That's just a little preview. You gotta pay for the rest. Ain't nothing free in this world, baby.
No, but and also like I put Mac Miller or not, you know, that's because I like, not because he died, but that's actually who I've been listening throughout the as soon as I got out of high school, like there's always that, you know, rotation, that cycle you go through, who you listen to. But Mac always had some sort of relevancy in my playlist, regardless. Like I'd always listen to Rain, like that's dope off that EP. And then when he dropped those 3 songs, Button, Small World, and Programs. Those 3 were like, yo, he's back. Like that's what's up.
Yeah.
And he's like X and his death was like hit me the hardest. Like, yo, you know, anybody could die.
Oh,
that was like when I was like, yo, like, cause he was he played a big role in my life from when I got out of high school. Cause I heard what he was saying and like I related to it so much. I was like, he helped me got through it. And when he was dropping all his recent music, like his recent album that came out in the visual, I was like, you know, I saw it, like what he was going through. I was like, I really hope he doesn't do it. And then
you could tell.
I could tell, yeah, because like just based off the lyrics from his previous, you know, projects, you hear the desperation. You can hear the.
Oh, and his previous shit for sure.
Yeah, and then it just builds up, and then like, you know, he's been gone for a while, and he's been going through other things, and he's like, he had the DUI or DWI that he had like a year ago or something like that, and then, you know, when I was watching the interview, I think it was him and dude on Beats One, from UK. Zane Lowe. He was like. He's like, Zane Lowe asked him, how you feeling right now? Cause he knew he went through all that. He's like, I'm feeling pretty good. But I was like, I don't know, man. You
didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is that like you need that punch in the face. Like, this is very fragile.
Right.
What's going on right now is very fragile. Anybody could pass at any point in time. So with any day, any moment you get,
it's
Monday
a blessing.
That you receive, it's a blessing. Like I love Mondays now. Like everybody used to hate Mondays. I love them. Like I get another week, you know, at the beginning of the week to handle up, to inspire
to live my
people,
life. Yeah.
See the people that I love and eat dinner with these people. And, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like everything. Like you can't take anything for granted, man.
Right.
At this point in time, especially in this day and age, like with all the craziness that's going on,
anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
And that's why I started changing my routine. I started getting up at like 4, 5, 6 early in the morning. I want to make most of my 24 hours because like being able to wake up is a blessing, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that we only get 24 hours in a day to do whatever we want, and then like at least. Like 1/4 of it is taken up sleeping. But you know, I want to make the most out of my day and just do what I would love and struggle with the things that I want to struggle with, and then see the people who I want to be with in my life.
You know what's crazy is I feel like when I moved to LA and me being in LA, we deleted like time out of our life. Like bro, nobody there be knowing like what day it is.
Facts.
Nobody be knowing what date. Like
time just goes by.
Time doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like we're like what? Because every single night LA's like high school. And what I mean by that is literally you see the same people all the time. You run into celebrities all the time, and nobody has a 9 to 5. And
you got all the time in the world.
All the time in the world. And it's like, how are you going to use it? That's why they say don't get lost in the sauce. You'll get lost in the LA sauce. You'll forget to work. You'll forget to blah, 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 because you're on your ass. Like, you're on your own ass to work. So it's like, it's crazy that I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, shit, nigga, it's September.
Right.
Not blink. Oh, damn, it's December.
Right.
Like, what? Like, it's really like that. And I'd be out there. And I'm just like, yo, what day is it? You saying we went to a crazy ass party on a Tuesday and it's 7 a.m. Like literally, like I don't like waking up. We wake up whenever we get to it. Like I don't know. We have our schedules down now, but it's like it's still like time really doesn't exist. The only reason time exists in my head is because of the Atlantic shit. But like other than that, all that other shit.
Yeah.
Well, live it. You got to live in the present. Like, they're animals. We're the only people that have that thought of time. That concept of
being
time.
able to intellectually push.
A lion ain't out here talking about, oh, it's 10:30, I need to go eat. You know what I mean? A lion's just out here to survive.
If it's hungry, it's hungry. It goes.
I'm trying to feed my cubs and breed, and that's it. Like survive. You know?
Yeah, like to add on, like time is a man-made thing, and then I see time like money. Like there's two types of currency in this world. It's actual physical money and time. You know, people like, come spend time with me. I gotta spend time with you. That's like me going out my wallet and like, here's a $5.
It's not just a saying. You literally have to spend it. And to me, you can always make money back.
But you can't get time back.
I can't buy that time back. Like, I gotta make sure that you know what I mean, I handle up all my shit.
Time is like, but I give the time, like time is the greatest man-made thing, because time is just a measurement of your work. You know, like how long you do your work. Yeah. But, you know, it doesn't like, you know, you can put in the time, but if you're doing it wrong and you're doing it, you know, not as hard as you should be going, then you're just fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Time is just able to measure the longevity of your work, but within the time you put in that, you know, the quality of your work within that, in that time frame.
Because 25 to somebody else could be 25 to some people means a whole family, white picket fence, a dog. 25 to somebody else means homeless on the street, blah, blah. Yeah. 25 to somebody else means a struggling actor. Like, but it's like, and then 25 to some people means I only got a couple hours to live. And
Facts.
So it's like, it's 25 years spent millions of ways, bruh. So it's like.
Can't compare yourself.
Yeah. No. It's crazy because that's why it's like, I mean, I don't know if this is off topic or not, but it's like it's never too late to start. It's never too late to do it. It's never too early to start. Nigga, fucking DJ Khaled's son accomplished more than half of us in the room already. This nigga got albums out, like, but it's like, going on that, there's old people out here that's I can speak on social media. There's 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds. This dude Ross's grandma is killing it on social media more than the 15-year-old kid. And it's crazy because she's making bread at an old age that is and then at the same time that kid is making bread. There's a 15-year-old kid that's making $200,000 a month off of social media. And paying his parents' bills.
No, I feel that. I feel that 100 because like it took me to actually like fully see that, like, you know, it's not too late and it's never too early. And that's the beauty of traveling. You know, you learn, like, you see a different world, basically. You know what I'm saying? When I went back home to Cambodia, it was like my cousins are like, they young. You know, I got a couple of cousins that's younger than me. And they got more bread than me. You know, they got land. They own land, like a good amount. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To profit off of, and then they save. I'm like, you know, it's never too late to start, you know, making some money. And then when I went to my father's side, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's never too early to wake up. Once you gotta work, you get up and work. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know, and it taught me how blessed I am that I have this opportunity to chase my dreams, because not a lot of people have that. You know what I'm saying? And then, just going out there and seeing that, I was like, it just like this is the typical life of just somebody like who lives in Cambodia. Like typically, you wake up at 5 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Depends on like what's going on. 5, set up shop, and then it's booming. Like, you don't sleep, and then you wake up, and at 9 o'clock, you know, it's just birds chirping. No, you at 4 or 5, you hear motorcycles going back and forth. It's active. Everybody's awake. And it's like, there's not, you know, there's a couple of people, of course, that's, you know, that's still sleeping in, but the majority, they're waking up at 4 or 5. Yeah. Do their day job, make their money, and then, like, they have, like, they 4 or 5-year-old that be helping around. Bro, I seen, like a 10-year-old being the cashier and working as a server, bro, taking my orders and shit, and I'm feeling like, yo, what the hell?
Dominican was like that too.
Facts.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Facts.
What?
Third world countries.
Yeah, that's different.
So we really are out here blessed, bro.
Yeah, then
we out here. They see you walking. The Americans. Blah, blah, blah. Then they fix up the act. You have the kids are on like a fucking, what's it called? Reading, like, what is, fuck, I can't even think. No, I'm saying like the kids have like,
that's the wrong word actually.
it's a simple shit. When I get it, it's gonna be done. But like the kids like have a script. Yeah,
Okay.
the kids have a script when they come up to you, and these little niggas don't speak English, but they know how to ask for money clearly. Yeah. Like
they know whenever there's some outsiders.
Mhm.
Let me get some money.
put on your sad face, rip up your clothes a little bit. Bet Americans coming.
Just
Boom.
display that stereotypical image.
Yeah.
But they take advantage of that, and that's what they do in Cambodia as well.
And don't get me wrong, they need it, but like
Yeah.
because we're rich compared to them.
Yeah, but make your money. You know what I'm saying? Like they work all the way to like they push it to like 10 or 12 sometimes.
Yeah.
Sleep at 1, 3 hours of sleep, 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep. Wake up, do it all over again. In a hot ass summer, bro. It was crazy. The work ethic is crazy. And to see my uncle, like he's the definition. He's the closest thing I have to a person that I know that is actually rags to riches. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like back then, like in from 1970. Damn, I should know my history. From around 1970s, the early 1970s, we were in like in a genocide, and I lost a couple family that during that time that I was like that would have taught me a lot of things. Cause I know that on my mom's side, my dad's side, like they workers, and then like just coming from that, being in that genocide and then thrown out into the real world and trying in that phase of reconstruction with your country, like. You know, like you're in the same position as your country right now. Like we're in ruins, and so we gotta find a way to survive. Build. And my mom would tell me that, like as they progressed and got out of it and became like a little bit stable. My uncle, and he's the youngest. He's the youngest out of that group.
Damn. So he's
he's the youngest. He's the only boy, and so he would wake up and then do his construction work. A couple years later. Damn near high class. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's really humble, and that's like every time I'm with him or I'm talking to him, I'm always taking note to see how he acts, see how he works, see how he talks. Like, dude, like he got, like they're about to go to Europe. They're about to go to Europe right now, and then he's I don't know, but like dude,
he inspired you.
Dude got it. Son. He's rags to riches for sure.
Man, that's crazy, man. So wait, hold on. Did you drink this whole bottle?
I had a little bit.
Oh, you got a little help?
Tiny bit.
So Pink Moscato.
I wonder who.
Oh, always, every interview.
Really? You done this before? You done it?
Every single interview I've ever done.
You got the Pink Moscato.
Pink Moscato.
Damn, they need to give you a check or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I had to blur their name out.
What were they drinking over there at Diddy's party? What they have you on? Was it like
Ciroc?
Oh, okay, of course.
What?
I forgot.
Bro, no. Here's how it went. Oh, bro, everything was covered. Everything was free. Everything. There was so much. There was bad bitches just serving everything. Like it was ridiculous. It was paradise, right?
Yeah.
So, there was an open bar, and so like you would go and it's like, hey, I want like Jack Daniels on the rock, and it's like, all right, I hand you a little ass cup, Jack Daniels, right?
Yeah.
I want Ciroc. No bullshit. That bitch would be a cup like this, filled to the fucking top of Ciroc. I'm like,
go ahead.
That's how you do it right there.
Go ahead.
That's exactly how you do it. Diddy knows exactly what the fuck he's doing.
Oh
I'm telling you a little. If you ask for any other drink, it's like this. He's like, oh, here you go, kid.
You're like, you finished that in the
Yeah, and it's like,
it's a shot. They gave you a little shot.
Ciroc is up here. Like, fucking, bro, Diddy balled out on that. He had us on a 5-story yacht. Had 2 Chainz giving a private show.
Oh my god,
bro! Oh shit, 2 Chainz. French was there, of course. French. I think he premiered his French Vanilla there.
The Ciroc. Oh my god.
Yeah, fucking. I'm staying on the same floor as Cassie. Or no. Lauren London.
Lauren London.
Nuni. Yeah, nigga, she's like shit. 3 hotel rooms down. I'm like,
damn.
Hey, Laura, come to the room.
Holla at your boy. What's good?
Yeah, it's but like fucking. Of course, his wife was there. Yeah. All his kids. He had his son perform right before 2 Chainz. Christian.
Yeah. The one that actually like raps just like Diddy.
Yeah,
much.
Sounds just like him. Like you close your eyes, it's Diddy.
Did you get to meet all of them? Were they pretty cool?
Christian helped me get in. Like I got stuck on one side of the yacht, and he helped me. Like security would not let me through, and he got me. He helped me get to the other side.
Okay.
But nah.
Just little.
Yeah. After that, I mean, we were in a section together. we were in a section together in LA at Poppy, and freaking one of my homeboys, he started talking to this girl. We were like on these girls, right? And then the light skinned son is I think it's Quincy.
Yeah, Quincy
came through and snatched this girl up.
Damn.
He was like, my boy looked at me. I ain't gonna even say his name in case there's anyone. He looks at me. He's like, we're about to die. He's like, we're talking to Diddy's son, girl. He's like, I was like, nigga, run. I was like, get out of the section, bro. Like, this nigga, no bullshit. This nigga darted out the section. He was done, bro. He was like, nah, because he was smooth with it, talking to her. She was fucking with it, blah, blah. And I didn't know her. She just like, yank, gone. And it's like, we look over. And it's like this nigga, Quincy, I think it was Quincy, or it was the other light-skinned one. He was just chewing her out in the corner. Damn. And I'm just like, I was like, you about to die, nigga. I was like, I wasn't talking to her, nigga. You were. We ain't together on this one. Hell nah, bro. That was literally the day after Diddy had like saw my Snapchat thing. So it was like I was supposed to go out with them that night, and then I just like, bro, I was drunk, didn't even look at my phone. And then the next night, ironically, we ran into each other in a section. And Diddy was in the club too, but it's just I ain't see him.
Damn. Who else have you partied with? I remember you told me
shit ton of people.
I remember you told me about Post Malone.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking, we went to a party. We got invited to this. Yeah, it was just this ducked off party, right? And we show up in big ass mansion. And like we go in and it's weird. Like every room has like weird, like there's like a bathroom filled with bouncing balls.
Oh shit! So you just jump in that.
Like it's just yeah, but it's just like it's like random.
Grown ass
like,
kid.
Yeah, and like there's like rooms over here like with colored lights, and like there's nobody really there. Like it's not a big party. It's like ducked off. So we're like, all right. We walk in and I look like to the DJ booth and like there's a girl playing music. I was like, that bitch is bad as fuck. And I get closer. It's Rita Ora. And I was like,
damn.
I was like, nigga, is that Rita Ora? And like nobody responds. Like I think my homies didn't know who Rita Ora was. Yeah. So I get on my Google, like look at my phone. I'm like, nigga, this is Rita Ora. Nobody says anything until like somebody like she tries to kick us out, right? Damn. So, cause she doesn't know us, like we fucking come to her shit. So we're there for like 30 minutes. She tries to kick out everybody that's like not supposed to be there, basically, or I mean that doesn't know anybody there, but we got invited by somebody. Yeah. So then fucking Post walks to the room, and his and like everybody's like just like dapping him up because like they're all like in the industry. Nobody's spazzing out that Post is there. So then I'm just like, oh yeah, like he's supposed. My homeboy is turned around and supposed to be behind him the whole time and has no clue. And then he's like, nigga, is that Post Malone behind me? And I was like, yeah. I was like, nigga, act normal. Please, come on. Act like we've been here before. Come on. That's the key, people. Act like you've been there before. Supposed to be there. You're like you're supposed to. Trust me, a person treats you, a celebrities treat you 100% different if you act like you're supposed to be there or you've been there before.
Yeah, don't fan
So
out.
then, fuck no. So then,
do that.
fucking, so as we're getting kicked out, Post's people's coming through, and this black dude comes up to me and he's like, what's up? He's like, oh, no, he's good. They're good, right? That's me up. They let us stay in, right? I was like, appreciate that. I was like, nigga, I was drunk as fuck too. I was like, nigga, I don't know who that nigga is. I was like, shit, he has to have some power, right? Yeah. Nigga, that's Post Malone's manager. It was the nigga with the fucking, yeah. And I was like, they're like, yeah, that's Post manager. How do you know him? I was like, I don't. I don't know if we met before. I don't know what, bro. It was the weirdest. Like, it was like an angel, bro. Like, came and like as we're getting kicked out, he's like, nah, that's my boy. Blah blah. Yeah. Like we hugged up. He's like, good seeing you again. I was like, good seeing you too. And it was just like,
no questions asked. Does it happen? It happened.
My homies always say though, because I do meet a lot of people and I don't remember it. But my homies always say that I have an unforgettable face, and I do. That's why I do the bun shit, and that's why I do the earring, because people ain't gonna forget this.
Right.
So it's like, I forget a lot of people, but like, shit, I ain't trying to have them forget me.
I have a bad problem with forgetting people. But I want to thank y'all for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, man, thank you for having us, man.
Thank you.
Go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you at.
Booty Twerker. And my socials is iMinikon. Everything IMINIKON. And if you're trying to see my music videos, just search at iMinikon Vids, VIDS after the iMinikon.
And then you can find me at Craig Cody, CRATECODY on every platform, even AsianMeats.com. So holla at me over there.
Hit me up on Tinder, my G.
I'm messing around.
My Tinder profile booming, my guy. Hey, can I show this? Nah. I show. Look, listen, y'all ain't got to know. Look, listen. I just cracked my phone screen. I ain't bullshitting. Ooh, never mind. I gotta log in. This is too much work. It's too much work.
We'll pull it up next time.
Yeah,
my Tinder booming, so y'all know that's my highest social media.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Deuce.
Cool, man.
Petty Rock.